us de-escalate.
I got the Israel flag up there, bro.
You from Israel, brother?
I'm from America, but I support Israel.
You support Israel?
I started back then.
Why, man? Can you tell me like why you support them?
Because there's a lot of reasons. It's a vague question, but I agree with. Jesus Christ, it's so loud where you're at. Holy fuck.
Hey, we got like 10 people around where we at.
Why does it sound like there's no girls?
Hey, yo,
We
you
got
guys
one.
be quiet for a second.
Got one.
We're trying to hear why he supports Israel. Can you say that again?
Yeah, I support Israel because
Let him talk
of
first.
their ideology that I agree with, their allyship, what we get from them, their morality, and also I'm very Jesus fucking Christ.
You agree with what they're doing?
Hold on, one second. Connect it to this. Connect it to the TV.
This is quiet.
Connect it to
This is
the TV.
crazy.
Hold on,
This is how they all are. Fucking barbaric
We're gonna talk to him. We're
people.
gonna talk to him right now. Where's the remote? Where's the remote?
Swipe down.
Can you guys do it without being so barbaric? Can you act like civilized people?
Oh, my bad, dude. My bad.
Relax, guys. Let them one person at a time. Relax.
Turn on the TV real quick.
Cosemic.
It's a disgrace to have that U.S. flag.
So,
Hey, are you Israel first or America first?
He's American. He's in America.
No, we all
It's a different question.
We're all American.
Israel first or America first?
Yeah,
I
Israel first. or America-
served this country for 12 years in the U.S. military. I've done more than you guys all have compared.
Okay, so is it Israel first or America first?
If you're not understanding the answer to my question or to your question, I don't know
Israel
what to say.
We all serve
Sure,
for this
if
country.
I need to be very, very direct, even though I've already answered, of course it's America first. I served this country in the U.S. military for
and
12 years.
Okay.
Oh,
good for you and thank you for your service. I said good for you and thank you for your service. But I got another question. Basically,
all right, look. So you're saying you stand with Israel, right?
Of course.
All right, so you stand with them touching little boys and little girls?
No. What do we?
No, play simple. Play simple.
What do we?
You stand for them, standing up for boys and girls, like touching little boys
Okay,
and
let me
girls?
say.
Yes or no?
What's your question? You guys are all yelling.
Your prophet
All right,
touches little
the
boys and
question
girls.
is, do you stand on what they teach in the Talmud for the Israelis?
You've read the
Touching little
Talmud?
boys and little girls? Yes.
Okay. Where does it say
We're at
that in the
7,000
Talmud?
pages.
So do you know how many books there are in the
All
Talmud
right,
and how many pages?
I can show you proof. I can show you proof.
No,
Hold
I
on.
know what you're going to bring up. You're going to bring up about 3 years and 1 day old. I've read it and studied it, and that's actually talking about the halakhic status of a woman at 3 years and 1 day versus before that. Now the halakhic status of her, effectively her virginity, changes at that age. Not that it says you should. In fact, if you look up the Rambam's commentary, do you know what the Rambam is?
No.
Of course not. His Maimonides, you can look him up. If you look up his commentary, when asked specifically, the commentary in the Talmud, when asked specifically, hey, when is it proper to get married, right? He says at the age of 18. But now that you've asked a question, let me ask you a question. Are you guys Muslim? Or any of you Muslim?
Yes.
Yeah.
we're all Muslim.
Okay, so what do you guys think about Surah 65, Ayat 4? And I'm not talking about something that's equivalent to the Talmud or
No, I'm gonna pull it up right
Tafsir.
now.
I'm not bringing up
Hold on.
Tafsir.
Hold on,
I'm not bringing. Hold on.
What was it?
No.
Surah what?
Wait. I'll bring it up. You guys have to calm down. I'm not bringing up at all hadiths. I'm not even bringing up Tafsir.
Right.
The Quran. Surah 65,
Yeah.
Ayat 4.
Quran, pull it up.
Yeah, I got my Quran with me. You guys don't have a Quran with you? Bad Muslims. Bad Muslims.
65 what?
4.
It's in my car.
We do.
I got one in my car too, I swear.
Oh, wow. You guys keep it in
I
your
sure
car.
do.
So let me get this straight. Do you guys read it while you're in the car?
Yes.
How do
We
you wash
travel a
your...
lot.
Oh, wait. Hold on. How do you
We
wash
travel
your...
a lot.
How do you wash your hands before grabbing it?
And we're on a trip right now. We're not actually in our.
How
local
do
home,
you
so
wash your hands before grabbing it like you're supposed to?
Rest area,
You
gas
got,
station.
you got the rest area, gas station, you got hand
we got
sanitizer, water,
A water bottle.
water bottle. Every
No,
time you
you
travel.
don't.
What's funny about that?
Yes.
No,
How do
you
know?
don't. Stop
How do you
it.
know?
You guys
How do you
throw
know?
your Quran in the car. Disgusting.
So divorce?
I'll
You're
look
talking
it
about the
up, but-
divorce?
Read
Ida. I'm talking about the Ida for a young woman before the age of puberty.
All right.
But we talked to a couple of Israeli soldiers on here.
Read it.
I was like, what do you guys do to the Palestinians? They're like, yeah, we rape them. We love killing babies.
Bro, I don't
Told
care
that
about your
fool?
anecdotal information. Just tell me what you think.
That's all off topic. Read it from the Quran. I want to
Yes.
prove him wrong. Pull out the
Yeah,
ayah,
yeah,
read it.
prove me wrong. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, prove me
just actually
wrong.
fucked up.
Yeah, I love it.
God, read.
Make a month.
I don't
No,
know.
no, leave it.
Right?
Huh?
Who is-
Yeah, one second.
So it says right here.
What do you benefit from Israel? What
Ayah
do U.S. benefit from Israel?
What do you
Nothing.
benefit from changing the
Abbas?
subject every 5 seconds?
I'm not, but
Yeah,
he
yeah,
asked
read
that
it. Go
question
ahead,
earlier.
read it.
He's pulling it up right now.
If you doubt about
We give them $18 billion a year for nothing. They get free health
It's
care.
not 18
Free
billion a
schooling,
year. It's not
free
even 18.
everything, and over
It's
here
not
you
even
got
18
homeless-
billion. Okay, Jesus Christ.
It is 18. Yeah, you're right. It's more.
It's
But our
not.
veterans over
So,
here, they,
okay, I
they
can't.
in the street,
I,
right?
you guys, if you guys just keep deflecting and yelling over me, then
Which
it's
one is
not
it?
worth
Hey,
the
I'm not
I'm not
conversation.
yelling. I'm just yelling.
So
Hey,
I'm gonna
you
have
said
to answer
65?
that.
Hey,
Okay.
guys,
Porsche.
hey guys,
You guys, I want to
No, he
have this
said
conversation,
65.4.
but you guys
No.
are acting like barbaric people right now. I want to have
No,
this
brother.
conversation, but I can't have this
Listen,
conversation.
listen.
Okay,
one person at a time. One person.
I
at a
can't
time.
have this
That's-
conversation if you guys keep deflecting, and then when I try to correct
Did
your
you
dumbass
say-
fucking friend over there, and then you just
You're
keep
right.
screaming over me. So one,
Just-
it's 3.8
Yeah, guys,
billion.
listen.
Both of you. Stop.
What's
Listen,
good?
fucking-
What's good? It is
It's good.
3.
I'm the muck.
Oh my god, dude! It's
Come on, man,
impossible
he's right,
to
come
speak
on.
with Muslims.
65.4. We told him, bro. 65.4. He said no.
What is
Okay.
it?
Nigga ain't
What's that?
fucking.
Which ayah is it? Guys, one person at a time, please.
It's like they're so dumb.
Please,
Anyways,
I'm
I
just
have
saying
to answer what your friend just said, and then I promise you I'll tell you what Suda and Ayat for the 5th time. Okay? So first off, it's not 18 billion a year. The MOU, which was extended by Trump, put in by Obama, is 3.8 billion a year. 500 million of that is direct funding to the missile defense systems, which, by the way, comes back into the American economy through contracts. And then the other 3.3 billion is a credit system, which also comes back into the American economy. The Bird and BART system since 1977 has added tens of billions of dollars to our GDP and over 1,200 innovation projects, both Israeli and American. So your friend's $18 billion a year is the most insane thing I've ever heard. Now, to answer your question, it's Surah 65, Ayat 4.
That's why the defense ain't working.
Oh, no.
Yeah, they did.
Credit.
Oh, that
Credit,
$3
billion.
You know how much
Hey,
the-
look, that's just on record 3.5 billion. Imagine how much under the tables. Think about it.
The
You
US
motherfuckers, the
So
So I
biggest
don't want to
money
hear what you guys believe exists.
No, no,
I only
brother,
speak
brother,
off.
brother.
Oh my god.
Dude,
I only-
dude,
I only
Dude,
speak
stop.
off of.
like
I-
stop. That's not even cool no more. Honestly, bro.
Okay, great.
Speaking over us, like, what's your intentions over
I'm
here?
not speaking
Are
over
you
you. I'm
pressing against
answering.
against
I'm
us?
answering. Jeez, these
Fuck.
guys are the most barbaric people in the world. I swear, it's like impossible.
No,
You're
you,
illiterate.
you weird. You weird for that. Like, chill, dude.
Yes, we
You
in the
said that
West, we have normal conversations. We debate. We do rhetoric. You
They do
guys
it.
just
Like,
scream
yeah,
and
Yeah,
yell.
he's American. Hey, you're American too, bro. I was born in America.
Copy that.
Not really, but okay. Anyways, to answer what you said, you know what? Never mind. You're just gonna go down a different rabbit hole. Just go ahead and.
No,
No,
go ahead.
go ahead.
Okay,
Let's
what
talk.
I was gonna say is I don't take these weird arguments where it's like, trust me, this could be happening, so therefore it's my argument. You're gonna have to give some kind of evidence or proof. This idea that things happen under the table, it's stupid. I'm not even gonna
Okay,
entertain it.
but what does it say? Can you read it for us and tell us what's the issue
Jesus
that
Christ,
you're
how fucking
having?
long does it take for you guys to just look up Surah 65 Ayat 4? I can read it for you if you can't read it, but geez, just like
Read it.
Read it, read it. Go ahead.
Read it. I can't read.
sure. As for those among your women who, you know what? I'll read 1 through 4 so you get the context. O prophet, if you divorce women, divorce them in accordance with their periods of waiting, the idah, and compute that period, and be pious before God your Lord. Do not expel them from their homes, nor should they leave their homes unless they commit a flagrant indecency. These are the bounds of God, and whoso violates God's bounds does himself an injustice. You never know, God may afterwards bring about a change of circumstance. All right, I'm going to skip ahead a little bit, but that's the context. It's about divorce and idah. Whoso places his trust in Allah, Allah shall suffice him. Allah enforces what he commands, for all things Allah has set a measure. As for those among your women who have abandoned hope of menstruation, and if you are in doubt, their waiting period shall be 3 months. These are for also women who have, that's for women who have gone through menopause. Like, you know, they no longer get menstruation. And then it says, so too for young women who have not yet menstruated. So, my question for you guys, that's prepubescent women, can you get a divorce unless you were first married?
Yes, you can always get a divorce whenever you want or where she wants.
No. I'm going to ask the
You have
question
to be
one more
married
time.
first.
I'm going to ask the
Yes,
question
yes,
one more
be
time. I'm
married
going to ask you to listen this time because you're wrong. Can you get a divorce unless you were first married? If you're not married, can you get a divorce?
How can you get a married? No.
No.
Perfect. See, there you go. Good job. So, does that mean the Quran is saying that you can marry and have sex with prepubescent girls?
No, it doesn't say that.
It does say that because as you
Is it-
just
is it-
perfectly
is-
said, you cannot.
Nikah means not physically touching in the
Okay,
in the
perfect.
context you're looking at it.
Perfect. Now go to 3349 because I love how you guys say that. No, it doesn't technically say sex. You're right. It doesn't say sex. Now go to 3349.
Go to 3349.
I want to hear you read it.
You want me to read it? Okay, great.
Yeah, you sound like a professor.
If a Muslim marries the
No, let him read it.
woman,
Let him read
Let
it.
him read
He
it.
sounds he
He
sounds
sounds better. He sounds
All
professional.
right.
go.
O believers, if you marry believing women and then divorce them before you have touched them, you are not to count for them any waiting period. So 3349 clearly says if the consummation has not occurred yet, then you don't have any waiting period. 65.4 says for prepubescent girls, the waiting period is 3 months, which means, according to 3349, that means they have touched that little girl. So, can you now? I'm going to ask you the question again. I'm going to ask you the question again.
Girl.
what little girl came out? Can you repeat that? I'm confused. You lost me, brother.
I bet you are confused. Your prophet did say you
There's
guys
no
were
numbers in there.
illiterate.
Ages of the girls. What are you talking about?
Okay, so let's read it one more time. I'm going to need you guys to
All right.
try to really lock in and focus here, okay? So
All right.
3349 says if you have not essentially have had sex, right? If the consummation of the marriage doesn't happen, there is no waiting period. Okay? Zero waiting period.
Okay.
Fast forward to 65.4. For let's skip ahead a little bit. For the women who are young women who have not yet menstruated, aka they have not had their puberty, aka pre-pubescent girls, okay? It says that their waiting period is 3 months. Do you understand? That means the Quran not only allows for the marriage, but also the sexual relations of prepubescent. When I say prepubescent, do you guys know what that means, or do I need to explain that?
Yeah, before she hits puberty.
Mashallah, mashallah.
But I get. But let me tell you something. It don't talk about nowadays. It talks about the counting of the back then is different. When she was the age of 7, her age was at 7. Everything shows that
The
she was
calendar,
after
everything was
puberty.
different.
Because
Whose
the
age are you
calendar was
talking about
completely
right
different.
now?
Because if you look at the Bible, everybody married an underage girl, and if you actually if you're gonna think about it,
You guys,
underage,
call in the chat.
oh,
Call
it's
in
a
the chat.
different- It's a different. Okay.
Okay, so what your argument right now is that people did this back then, so it's okay? Is that what you're saying?
No, it's the age of
You're trying to
puberty was completely different.
Okay,
From
so
what
you're
we
saying
found
back
today-
then the age of consent was different, so it's not something we should judge. Is that what you're saying?
Not the age is consent. It's just the age of puberty was completely different. So
Okay,
they
but it
go
doesn't
based
matter
off-
if it was because the Quran doesn't give an age. It just says prepubescent. It doesn't say if that's
Yeah.
5, 6, 7, 10, 12. It just says prepubescent. So the Quran is allowing for the marriage and the sexual relation with prepubescent girls. Do you agree based off of what I just read for you?
I agree with the Quran completely.
Yeah, I
I
agree with the
bet you
Quran.
do.
But his roots and
So
No,
you agree?
he-
So you
he-
agree? So you agree that your religion allows for the sexual relations?
So
and
you
marriage
agree-
of
No.
prepubescent girls.
If you want to talk, no, hold on, Wallah, please.
for the same age.
If you want to talk about numbers,
Yep.
we can talk about the numbers with the Bible.
Okay,
because the
sure.
Quran says-
No. The Bible it says 3
Why
years
don't we
old
talk
for
about
Rebecca.
child marriage
That's not in the
today?
translation
So-
for the English.
Perfect. I will answer that. So two things. One, I find it interesting. By the way, I'm not Christian or Jewish or Muslim, but I have read the Bible. I've read the Christian Bible, I've read the Hebrew Bible, I've read the Quran twice, and I've read about 20,000 hadiths. So I'm going to answer something, but I will answer you about Rebecca, is who you're talking about, Rivka. So a couple things. One, I find it interesting that Muslims can never defend their religion without shitting on Christianity or Judaism. When I ask Jews questions that I don't agree
Whoa.
Let me pause you. Wait,
And the
one second.
Quran-
One second.
Respect.
One person. I can't be a Muslim. I cannot be a fully Muslim. I have to believe in the Jew, in the Torah, and I have to believe in the Christian.
No, you
which is
don't. You
the-
guys believe it's corrupted.
No. Yeah, it was. The
It was.
Injil that brought down to Jesus was in Aramaic. It was in a whole different language.
Actually,
you know what I'm
Then
no,
Greek.
it wasn't.
Then
It
Greek.
was
Yes.
no.
Then
it
English.
okay, I'm gonna answer you. You got to let me answer. So no, the Hebrew Bible before Jesus, what the Christians call the Old Testament, was in Hebrew, not Aramaic. The New Testament
We're
was
talking
written.
about-
No.
Jesus
The
spoke
time of
to-
Jesus. Jesus, brother.
Talk about the
I'm
We're not
trying
talking about
to-
Joseph and all them throwing them out there. No.
Okay, guys, don't talk.
No, he's talking over us, not giving us a
That-
attention. Piece of
that-
shit.
I literally was the only.
You know
one
why? Because he's not
speaking.
Christian. He's not Jew.
I
He's an atheist.
literally was.
So he's
I'm
bashing on
not
everybody.
I'm not
Listen,
an
buddy.
atheist. I'm not an atheist.
He's my
I-
dick. Listen, I'm
They-
trying to talk.
You guys, first off, I was the only one speaking when you cut me off. You weren't even saying
All right,
anything.
listen.
You,
I'm
this
just
is
gonna
what I. This
explain
is
a
what I
little
mean,
something.
chat. This is how they are. It's impossible.
You said you read the Quran,
Hey,
correct?
I have to finish because you brought up points. First off, I'm not an
Finish
atheist.
what?
All right, I'm about to move on. I want to have this discussion with you, but it's impossible. I was halfway through.
Okay, go ahead.
You keep saying okay, and then you guys revert back
No,
to your
I promise you, I
barbaric
promise you.
like selves. Okay, so a couple things. One, I'm not an atheist. Okay, I believe in the God of Abraham. I'm just not part of your pedophilic religion. Okay. Second off, I was going to finish.
Your sister's a slut. All right, keep going. No, let him keep going. You heard what he just said?
I don't
I ain't gonna let it slide.
That's his
Keep
opinion.
going. Of
You
course.
can't be mad at
Of
him.
course.
Nobody's opinion.
But I gotta
That's their
let-
opinion.
that's my
Let them
opinion.
believe what they
All right.
believe. You guys can't be mad. You guys are a little childish.
Tell your sister to forgive me. I'm sorry.
No.
No.
Religion based off of
No.
how we act right now, and it's wrong.
Tell your sister to forgive me. I'm sorry.
That's what I'm trying to explain it to you guys.
Take
Because
it
they're
in,
judging
y'all.
the
This
book
is-
based
this
off
is how
we
they
act.
are. They're
don't know we're just
aggressive,
fucking all
they're
sinners,
vile.
You know what I'm saying? And you don't
They
let the
can't
book
have a
judge you based off your
conversation.
actions. You know what I'm saying? It's called faith for a reason. It's what you believe in. You know what I'm saying?
Bismillah.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to chill.
Alhamdulillah. Yeah.
They
Shake
cannot
back. Let me shake
take
back.
Look at these
criticism.
fucking
They
terror-
cannot
look at
defend
these
their
Muslims, you know
religion.
what I'm saying?
It's
The
impossible.
image is always going to fall against you. I'm just letting you know. Let him
Okay.
speak. Let him speak.
Pizza.
And then it's his opinion. Respect it. You don't like it. You like it. That's his opinion. Let him believe his opinion. You can't be mad at that.
Allahu Akbar.
Okay, so back to what I was saying. So the Old Testament, the Tanakh, has always been in Hebrew, even during the time of Jesus. The New Testament, which was written after Jesus, was written in Koine Greek. Never was it ever in Aramaic. All right, that's all I wanted to say.
Okay.
Not to
All
be
right.
talk.
Wait, I got a question. Isn't there 7 pages missing from the Bible?
That might be true. I have no idea. There's technically, depending on the denomination you ask, there's a lot of pages. There's some denominations who are known as the heretic Christians that have entire gospels that they add to the Bible that mainstream Christianity does not, like the infancy gospel of Thomas, for example.
Someone in the comments said,
Since you read all 3 books,
All right, let
what
me
is
just tell him
your
something.
increase
Y'all.
with the
Let me
most?
just tell him something. Hey,
1%.
someone in the comments said Nick cooked him so
came in
bad he made them
hostile. I'm not
argue
gonna
with
lie
each
to you.
other.
I came in hot. I took a loss earlier. I'm mad
They're
right
yelling
now.
at each
That's
other.
okay, you know. Let me shake back. My bad. Take all those customers back from me. But listen, I got a question. After years.
Sure,
Go ahead,
what's
brother.
your question? Yeah, no, I don't have a question. I think I'm saying your book allows. Okay, oh, that's right. You brought up Rivka. So
Yes,
with
sir.
the 3 years old, that comes from the book of Genesis, and it actually doesn't ever say in any translation anything about 3 years old. Doesn't say that. Where it comes from, it doesn't. Look, I'll pull it up right now. I have my Tanakh right here.
If I'm not mistaken.
I'll pull it up right now. We'll read it together. Okay. So this is Genesis, the book of Genesis, chapter 24, and I'll skip to the part where it talks about Rebecca. Right here. Then the servant took 10 of his master's camels and set out, taking with him all the bounty of his master, and he made his way to Naharaim, to the city of Nahor. He made the camels kneel down. Here it is. Please lower your jar that I may drink. And who replies, drink, and I will also water your camels. Let her be the one whom you have decreed for your servant Yitzchak, or Isaac. Thereby shall I know that you have dealt graciously with my master. He had scarcely finished speaking when Rebekah, the girl you're talking about, who was born to Bethuel, the son of Milcah, the wife of Abraham's brother Nahor, came out with her jar on her shoulder. The maiden was very beautiful, a virgin whom no man had known. She went down to the spring, filled her jar, and came up. The servant ran toward her and said, please let me sip a little from water from your jar. Drink, my lord, she said, and she quickly lowered her jar. Almost done. When she had let him drink his fill, she said, I will draw also for your camels until they finish drinking. Quickly emptying her jar into the trough, she ran back to the well to draw, and she drew for all his camels. That's talking about Rebecca. Can you do me a favor? Does that sound like a 3-year-old to you? A girl that is having full conversations and is carrying a lot of full jars of water and for camels.
All right, now put it out. If you want to go by historic records and all that, if you want to go back to Aisha on the hadith, you guys
want to answer about Rebecca real quick, and then we can.
What's the answer about
Rebecca? I'll show you the translation from the Hebrew texture. I'll show you from that one.
That was the Hebrew. That's the Tanakh. I just read from the Tanakh. That's not the Christian Bible. That's the Tanakh I just read. You want to see it? I'll show you the Hebrew if you want to see it.
We believe you.
No, we believe you. We believe you.
You got no reason for you to lie. We believe you.
Okay. So I don't know why you're saying you're going to read from a different translation. I'll tell you where you're getting it from. You want to know where you're getting it from? Because I know. You're getting it from, by the way, that's haram. That's haram. Anyways, where you're getting it,
brother.
No, may Allah forgive you. Anyways, where you're getting it from, you're getting it from Rashi. Rashi is a commentator, a very, very important one. I'm not going to pretend like he's not. And he determined her at the age of 3, but he also determined that God had her at an actual different spiritual and physical age, right? It was based off of the timeline of Isaac and when they got married. It's also important to note that even if you do believe that, which some people don't in Judaism, it's definitely not in the Torah. It's not in the Tanakh. It's in the commentary by Rashi. Now, if you do believe that, which some people do, it's important to note that she didn't even live with Isaac, and they never had sexual relations at all. It was a contract, and it even says they didn't even have kids, I think, until, I want to say it was like 20 years later, right? So even if, don't get me wrong, I think that is weird if it's true. However, my problem with Aisha and Muhammad, which I didn't technically bring up Aisha, but I know it would go, it's going to go there. The problem I have with Aisha isn't as much the marriage contract at 6. It's more about him sticking his private areas into a 9-year-old's private areas.
So, hold on.
Wait, I got a question.
All right, now, how you said about Rebecca and them, they didn't consume no babies. They didn't have none of that, right? Aisha and Muhammad didn't have no kids. So what made you assume that he put it in her?
Because the Sahih al-Bukhari 5133, specifically narrated by Aisha herself, says he consummated the marriage at 9 years old. So it says it. And then, by the way, it says it all throughout Sahih al-Bukhari and Sahih Muslim.
But it also says she was past the puberty and past the mature age.
It doesn't say that anywhere.
If you continue reading, it does say that.
I've read all of Sahih al-Bukhari. I've read all 7,500 hadiths in Sahih al-Bukhari. It doesn't say it anywhere. Okay, now that is an assumption, but even if you were right, would you have sexual relations with a 9-year-old just because she hit puberty?
We're talking about 1,400 years ago.
1,400 years ago.
Okay, fair. No, that's a fair point. Let me ask. No, that's a fair point. Let me ask you: is Muhammad the most perfect man to ever exist, even today, or is he a guy that you compare to just the average person of 600s?
Hey, Google itself says it.
Hey,
Google itself says it. You know, and Google's not ran by a Muslim; it's ran by a Buddhist.
Okay, I'm gonna ask the question. Well, actually, Google was founded by Jews, but nonetheless, I'm gonna ask the question one more time.
Go check headquarters.
No, he's right.
Not headquarters. I'm at.
It was Sergey. It was Larry. I promise you, they were Jews. Anyways,
okay.
No, I'm gonna ask the question one more time. I'm asking you because right now you're doing your Prophet Muhammad a very bad thing right now, and I'll explain why it's very bad. Because you call him the most perfect man to ever exist and ever will exist, including to today's standards and tomorrow's and so on. But then you're saying, oh, he's actually just the same as the average person of 600 and so AD, CE, whatever.
I'm not saying that. I'm sorry to cut you off, but it's the context of the age. It's the way the aging was pronounced back then is completely different.
Well, actually, just so you know, and science has proven that women get their puberty a lot younger today than they did in the 600s. Actually, in all of time, pretty much. So you're right, it is different, but it's actually worse for your argument. Girls would have gotten their puberty later. But again, do you guys agree that Christians? I'm not Christian, but do you agree that Christians believe Jesus to be perfect?
Jesus was perfect. We believe he's perfect.
You don't believe actually. No, you don't believe that actually.
We do believe in that because sorry to cut you off. We have a whole chapter in the Quran. You could even Google it up. You could pull out the Quran. It talks about Mary. It talks about the perfect woman that ever walked this earth is Mary.
The purest woman.
Right. That's the same chapter where Muhammad actually mixes up Maryam, which is the sister of Aaron and Moses, with Mary because of Arabic.
No, it says Maryam Isa, the mother of Jesus.
Right. Isa, and who was her brother? What does it say in the Quran?
Who's her brother?
Yep.
It didn't say anything about her
It
brother.
did.
But
It did. It said brother Aharon,
I
which is
don't recall.
Aaron. It does. Look it up. I'll get you the verse right now.
okay, look it up and read it,
Sure.
if you don't mind. Because we believe Jesus is the perfect. He's our Messiah. He's our Savior.
You don't believe he's
gonna
perfect. You
come
just
back and
believe
save.
you. No. In Islam, they believe that the prophets are close to perfect, but you don't believe he's perfect. So that's
They
just
take
not.
away his divinity anyway.
They're all
Jesus
50%
Christ,
sinners.
peace be upon him.
He spoke as a
We
child.
believe he'll come back
Okay,
saying he's our
Why did
savior.
you
like
say?
he
Wait a
said.
minute. Why did you say Jesus Christ? You don't believe in Jesus.
Jesus
Christ.
Christ.
Hey, Christ,
Yes,
hey,
Christ.
Hey, we can say Christ. Christ is not a bad thing.
Okay, it's not about it being a bad thing, but you don't
Just the
believe
name.
But he's right. Why
Christ.
are you saying
Christ comes from
Christ is
Christ.
for Christians.
Christ
No, it's
comes.
not.
No,
Yes,
sorry,
it-
go ahead.
Yes, it is. Christ is the Greek word meaning Christo, which means the anointed one. You guys do not believe in that. You believe in him separately. I'm not saying you don't believe him as a prophet, but you do not believe he is that. So Christ is 100%.
We do believe in that.
No, you
No,
don't.
We prove
look.
he's the point in one. What are you guys talking about?
This is
But
insane.
Christ. Christ.
God.
No. Christ means the appointed one.
That's what Christ means.
Anointed one.
Yo, this dude is
Look up
agreeing
right now.
with you, and
It
he's
means
yelling
the-
at his
the
friends.
The anointed one, yeah.
Yeah. So it doesn't mean nothing. We believe in Jesus, bro.
Just like in the Bible, when Mashiach, in the Bible is the Hebrew.
They're about to brawl.
Messiah. We believe that
He's our Savior
Look.
at the end of the day.
it says right here, buddy.
He's not
What, AI?
No, that's Google.
I don't know what it says. It's
I
not-
just pull
it's not-
what Christ
it's-
means. It says
Yes,
it says
I
the
told
anointed
you
one.
that. Wait, I'm the one that told you that. Why are you pointing
Okay.
it up? I just said that.
Mashiach, like in
You
Hebrew,
don't believe
Messiah.
he was
We believe in
anointed.
that.
No, you don't. You don't believe he was
We
anointed.
believe he's the Messiah.
No,
What are you talking about?
no, not
don't
that
believe
Messiah.
God.
No. You
Guys,
don't
guys.
believe he's that type of. Never mind.
We don't believe he's
Tell them-
crucified.
Tell them to do more research on their own
Yeah.
religion.
Okay,
It's really
anyways,
embarrassing.
1928. Go to Surah 19, ayah 28. It said, talking about Mary, mother of Isa, who is what you guys should call him, Isa, right?
Yeah.
It says, and she came to her people carrying him. They said, "O Mary, mother of Isa, you have
Yeah.
committed a monstrous act, sister of Aaron. Your father was not an evildoer, nor was your mother an adulteress." Can you guys tell me who
Continue.
Aaron is? Okay, I can keep
You
going.
got-
She pointed to him. They said, "How do we speak to an infant in his cradle?" He said, "I am the servant of God. He brought me the book and made me a prophet and made me blessed wherever I may be." ... I can keep going, but that's not the point.
Yes.
Who-
No. Finish.
Okay,
You gotta
fine.
finish it because
Okay, how long do you want me to go for? You want me to read the whole chapter?
just
Sure. It's not going to help you. I know what you guys are doing. You're it's not going to help you.
Five seconds. 5 seconds. The chat
charged-
mods in the TikTok chat. Stop
Hold on,
muting
this is one-
Okay.
comments. Thank
Okay.
you.
He charged me with prayer and almsgiving as long as I live and to be dutiful to my mother, and he did not make me arrogant and wicked. Peace be upon me the day I was born, the day I die, and the day I am resurrected alive. Okay, can I ask my question now that I didn't do anything different?
Yes.
Great.
Okay.
So who is Aaron? Because it calls Mary, mother of Isa, sister of Aaron. Who's Aaron?
Aaron, honestly, that was new to me because
Yeah,
gotta
Aaron
read
is
it.
the brother of Aaron.
Brother of Moses.
Mashallah. Aaron is the brother of Moses. Sure. How could Mary be the sister of Aaron if Mary lived over 1,000 years after Aaron?
No, don't mix the Bible and the Quran together, brother. That's according to the Bible and the Hebrew. They believe that Maryam.
So you're
Alright,
saying in the
they
Quran?
believe
Wait, you're saying in the Quran,
The
that
Quran is not
Moses and Mary
mentioned.
lived at the same time?
In the Quran,
Nah.
it does not mention that Aaron and what's her name is our sisters. That's how.
You ready to get debunked?
That's
You ready-
according
you
to
ready?
Bible. They believe they're sisters and brothers.
Okay.
We believe that is Aaron and Moses.
Okay, great. So you believe that Aaron is the brother of Moses, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so I asked you, how can Mary, mother of Jesus, be the sister of Aaron? And you said, well, that is from the Bible. Except the problem is you are implying, which I'm going to debunk you soon, but before I get there, you are implying that Aaron lived the same time as Mary. How could that be possible?
I didn't say they live at the same time. I told you. they're not
So
brother
then
and sister.
okay, perfect. Then
That's what I'm
answer
telling
me, how can Mary be the sister of Aaron if she didn't even live anywhere near the time of Aaron?
Say that one more time. I'm sorry. Say that
Sure.
one more time.
How can Mary
He's right. They're not siblings, but Harun, okay, Harun is it could be a son of a brother. It doesn't gotta be Moses' brother. It could be a
Nope.
different Harun.
You give me the
You know what I'm saying?
Nope, you're wrong. Try again.
No, I promise you, because Harun.
You can
is,
promise me, except you're wrong, and I'll tell you why. Because the early Muslims, because that's a good answer, and if you were talking to
Oh,
someone
he's
that's...
talking about. I know what he's talking about. I'm sorry. He's talking about this verse right here when it says in 1928, it's like, "Oh, sister Aaron."
Yeah.
And they,
Yeah, he believes things is Harun. You're talking about Harun's sister, which is her father. You know what I'm saying? He's talking about Moses and Harun. Moses and Harun came way before Mary and Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Way
Yes.
before. You know?
So
you cannot-
my question
Siblings.
is, my question is how could... I mean, I know how because the Quran is wrong, but you guys don't believe that. So can you tell me how is it that they got that so far off? By I can understand if it was a couple years or 2, 3, 5 years, 10 years. We're talking
It's
about over
referring to
1,000 years.
A lineage. You know what I'm saying? It's not referring to the
Lineage,
You know what I'm saying?
and no, it's not.
We believe we're all brothers and sisters. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
not what it means.
No, I'm telling you that's your interpretation. That's what you think. You know what I'm saying? And then the Quran is completely different for everybody. Okay, can I ask you a question?
I'm not
You
done.
said
No. I have to debunk that. So I'm going to tell you why. I was just waiting for you guys to make the excuses before I debunked it. So here's the
You don't
debunking.
understand. You're asking,
Here's the debunking. You guys
You're
ready?
not asking scholars. You're
Here's the
asking people that-
here's the debunking. Here's the debunking. Okay?
Okay.
Because these are all good answers for people that don't know what they're talking about. But unfortunately for you, I do. So I actually looked into this by scholars and the Prophet Muhammad himself. And the Prophet Muhammad actually debunked you guys. He did say and admitted he was talking about the brother of Moses. He knew he was talking about that Aaron. When they asked him, the early Muslims go up to him. This is in Sahih al-Bukhari and Sahih Muslim. They go up to the Prophet Muhammad and the early Muslims said, hey, wait a minute. Prophet Muhammad, these Christians over here are saying you're wrong by over 1,000 years because you called Mary. And it makes sense because in Arabic, Mary, for those that don't know, Mary and Maryam sound exactly the same. In English, it sounds a little different. In Arabic, they both sound like Maryam. And so he got confused because you guys got to understand, the Prophet Muhammad was not being talked about by God. He was hearing stories from all these people, including Christians, Jews, and others. He heard the story and he hears, think about this. Imagine this if you're not Muslim and not being talked to by God. Imagine the story if Muhammad was making these things up based off of other stories you hear. Then it's going to click for you. You're going to be like, that makes much more sense. So imagine somebody comes up to you. Hold on. Just wait. Imagine somebody comes up to you, the Jews, and they say, hey, there's this guy Moses, and then he had Aaron, and his sister was Miriam. And then you later talk to Christians, and they're like, oh, yeah, his mother was Miriam. Of course it's going to make sense. He's like, oh, Miriam, that's the same person. And then he gets this magical revelation from God, and he says, Miriam, sister of Aaron. And then the Christians are going to be like, well, no, that's a different Miriam. And so when Muhammad was asked about this, what does it say in the Hadiths? He says, the reason is because they used to call Mary, mother of Jesus, Isa, they used to call her by Miriam out of a sign of respect. Couple important contexts here. One, they never did that ever again. They never did it in history. There's no evidence of that in both Islamic scripture, Islamic sources, or any sources for that matter, where they just called people by someone 1,000 years before them just cause. And you know what it was? And again, think about this if Muhammad wasn't a prophet and he's just a guy saying stories. It makes sense. He got called out, but he can't admit he was wrong because then his whole scheme is up. He's not the prophet. So instead he goes, well, yeah, I did say that wrong, but I did it on purpose. You see, it was out of respect. And I'm not kidding. You can look that hadith up. He actually says that.
Okay, but hadith, you know what hadith is? Hadith is people that followed the prophet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They spoke of stories of the prophet. But anyways, if
and it's Sahih. Sahih meaning authentic.
Hold.
Hey, if Muhammad alayhi salam took all these stories from the Bible, from the Christians, from the Jews, and added up, how does he? Okay, explain to me the mother's womb. How he explained the mother's womb, inch by inch. I'm talking about detail by detail. How it starts with a sperm cell,
Which he got wrong.
No, how is it wrong?
He did.
How is
because
it wrong?
he actually says the sperm cell comes from 4 different locations in the Quran. He says it comes from between the backbone and the ribs, which we know scientifically is inaccurate. Do you want me to find that verse for you?
Find in the verse, and I promise you it does come from
Okay.
your back.
Okay. I wonder how many times
Hey,
I have to be
if you
right.
never had pussy in your life, I promise you it comes from your back, bro.
Hey, just like your what's it called? Like what you were saying about earlier about Sister Aaron, Sister of Aaron.
No,
It's just like
he
the-
believes in Allah.
No.
I wonder what kind of book does he believe
like
in?
when
He
they,
believes in the
when they say
Abrahamic,
about the Jews, when they say children of Israel.
If he believes
It
in
goes like
Abraham,
this.
I want to ask him this question. That's what's really I want. Okay, can I ask you a question, so I can leave?
Sure.
Okay, you said you believe in the Abrahamic religion.
Yes.
What religion is that?
I'm a Noahide.
Noahide. So you believe in Noah. So you believe in Moses. You believe in Jesus. So you believe So you believe everybody's
No,
a
not
prophet except
Jesus.
Muhammad.
He don't believe in Jesus. He believes.
So
in
you don't believe in
Moses.
Jesus. You don't believe in Muhammad.
Definitely.
But
don't
you believe in everybody
Muhammad.
else.
I know Jesus definitely existed and he had beautiful teachings. Absolutely. Not what you guys believe about Jesus. The Christians teach about what his teachings were. However, no, I definitely don't believe in Muhammad. It's very possible Muhammad didn't even exist. He was an aggregate of multiple people. Or Muhammad was actually Jesus himself, because Muhammad means the praised one. And it's interesting because when you look at the
Okay,
early
wait.
months. Okay, go ahead. I'll tell you that later.
Continue.
Sure.
You're right. Continue.
Right, so Muhammad actually means the praised one, and I believe this is gonna go down a little bit. So let me finish. So I
all
believe
good.
that the Prophet Muhammad was actually Islam was actually a religion created actually by Malik. Later, the guy that built the Dome of the Rock in Jerusalem, what you guys call Al-Quds. I believe he created Islam. And the reason he did that was to bring an empire and the people together, because especially at the time, they needed to do that. Now, here's my evidence for it. I believe that the heretic Christians were kicked out after the council and went to Persia and to Arabia. Those same
Okay.
heretic Christians, by the way, do you know what they believe about Jesus? They also believe he wasn't crucified. You know what they believe about him? They believe he rose up to heaven before being crucified and his face was altered and someone else was crucified in his place. These are what the Gnostic Christians and other Christians believe. Do you know you know who else believes that? Muslims. Now that could be a big coincidence. That's
You're
a
right.
really,
You're right.
all right,
You're
that's
right.
a really big coincidence. So on top of that, I believe that what happened was the heretic Christians, they come and they spread these beliefs, which is why they have the exact same beliefs as Muslims today. And so what happened was, if you go and you look at the Dome of the Rock, I don't know if you guys have ever been there. I've been there. If you go inside, they have an inscription inside where it says Muhammad, you know, the messenger of Allah, and then it just goes Jesus, 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 Jesus. It doesn't mention Muhammad ever again. Now, Muhammad can mean one of two things. It could be the Prophet Muhammad, like you guys believe, or it can be the meaning the praised one. So what I believe is that the praised one was talking about Jesus Christ. And that's why the entire inscription is Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Second evidence, the Dome of the Rock, do you notice it looks exactly like a Byzantine church? You know why? Because it was a Byzantine church. It was not a mosque. It was a Byzantine church, okay? Third evidence. If you look at the early scriptures of the people being conquered by the early Muslims, two things. One, they spread coins that had the name Muhammad on the coin, or the symbol for Muhammad.
Shahada.
Well, no. Some did, but some did not have the Shahada in full. But nonetheless, it had Muhammad, and on the other side of the coin, it had a man holding a cross. Now, you guys are Muslims. Tell me what Muhammad said Jesus thinks about the cross. What will Jesus do when he returns? What will he do to the crosses?
Break it.
Yeah, he's
Break
gonna break the
them.
cross.
Exactly.
Because he was never crucified.
Exactly. So why would the early Muslims, why would they have coins with the cross on it? Okay?
Because-
Last evidence, and I'll let you go. Nobody outside of Islamic sources, which were written later, sometimes hundreds of years later, nobody being conquered by these early Muslims, which again, I believe were the Gnostic Christians, none of them seem to mention that they're being conquered by a people who follow this guy named Muhammad or have this thing called the Quran. None of the buildings they brought up after conquering these people had the Quran or Muhammad or any of this. The closest they had, again, were the coins, which again, Muhammad could just mean the praised one. You flip the coin around, it has the cross. And again, I think it means
Hey,
Okay.
babe, Sahar's in your
Okay, so
YouTube
last question.
comments.
So
He
you do believe
reacted
in
to your
Allah.
debate.
So you just have you don't believe Muhammad is a prophet. You don't believe. Okay, but so you also believe in a God, Allah, God, one creator, right?
I believe in the God of Abraham. I do not believe in
Okay,
your
then
God.
me and you, brother, me and you
Brother,
have zero
God
difference.
means Allah. Who's the
It doesn't matter because they all came with the same message. Believe in a higher power. As long as he believes in a higher power, I believe in a higher power. We have completely. No, there's no difference between me who I follow because they all came with one message. Believe in a higher power, and as long as you believe in a higher power, you believe God can be a person. God. God is almighty.
Human flesh. God cannot have human flesh.
He can if you want to, but that's a disgrace. Yeah, if you're God Almighty, you're very powerful. The King of the heavens and earth. Why would you come as a person? You know what I'm saying? It makes no sense. But as long as he believes in a higher power, I promise you guys this: me and him and us have no difference. We believe in a higher power. That's the end of the day.
If he read all 3 books,
It don't matter
does
because
he
we believe in a
find,
higher
does he
power. at the end
find
of the day.
fault in all
We don't believe in
books?
Muhammad. Hey, we believe in Muhammad as a prophet. We
No,
don't
no,
believe
no,
in-
no, no, no. I'm gonna be honest with you. You're going to hell, but
No, you cannot.
I'm gonna be real.
You
No,
cannot
let
say
me
that.
break
He's
it down.
having
Let me break
like
it down.
You cannot
No,
say that.
religious
You can't say that. He's right.
Let me
Say that.
break it down.
I've got my
No,
right.
and let me break it down.
No, he's
Because
right. He's
it's
right.
Not like no, hold up. It's
Jerry,
like
Jerry.
you never read the Quran before. You read the Quran, yes or no?
Twice.
Yeah, but thank you. He's a kafir then.
But no,
If
but
he
no.
says there's mistakes in the Quran,
God
no.
is the most merciful.
Come on, you guys. Jerry in the chat.
He might have done something, one good deed that could put him in heaven. What are you
It
talking
don't
about?
matter.
It doesn't
Actually,
matter,
I just want to
Kafir,
say,
kafir.
as someone
I'll
who
be
is,
honest,
I
brother.
just want to say, as someone who studied Islam significantly, your friend is right. I am a kafir, and the Quran and the Hadith say that my
I'm
skin,
kafir, honestly.
right, and the Hadiths actually say that my skin will be burned off forever and ever, and it will regrow, and they will continue to burn it off. And it also says every Muslim will go to hellfire, and they will trade places with a Christian or a Jew to be saved from hellfire. So
That's a
he's
lie.
Actually, it's not.
That's a lie.
You want me to
That's
show
a lie.
you
Hold
it?
on.
You want me to show
What
you?
evidence? Hold on.
Okay, I'm gonna show you. I don't know how many times I have to be proven right before you believe me.
Not because there's other religions that came before.
Are you guys Sunni? Are you Sunni? Are you Sunni?
I'm Sunni.
Yes.
I'm Shi'i.
I'm Sunni. It
Okay.
don't matter. We as long as we believe in a higher power.
No. This guy
Hold
said
on,
I was
buddy.
lying. No. This guy said I was lying. I'm
Alright,
gonna
one
prove
second,
it.
one second. Before you say it, before you say that though, let me fix that sister Aaron and that part up.
Okay.
When they say sister Aaron, they go by descent lineage. Just like how
No,
they say
they
for
don't.
the children of Israel, they go by their descent.
They do not, and I will
No.
prove you wrong right now. I'm gonna read you 2 different hadiths. I'm gonna prove what you just said wrong right now, and I'm gonna prove that I
What?
wasn't lying about hellfire. Sahih Muslim
Hold on.
21. Sahih Muslim 20. Sahih Muslim
Hold on.
2135. Okay, Sahih Muslim 2135. Mukhra be Shuba reported, when I came to Najran, they, the Christians of Najran, asked me, you read, O sister of Harun, Hadrat Maryam, in the Quran, whereas Moses was born much before Jesus. When I came back to Allah's messenger, I asked him about that, whereupon he said, hold on. Whereupon he said, the people of the old age used to give names to their persons after the... Okay, you guys, hold on. The people of the old age used to give names to their persons after the names of apostles and pious persons who had gone before them. So the story I told you is literally from Sahih Muslim 2135. As I said, I'm right, you're wrong.
The hadith.
Which is the hadith.
You're not reading out the Quran. You're reading out the hadith. Hadith in the Quran is completely
Okay,
different.
can you guys... no shit, Sherlock. I said it was a hadith. Second, hadiths are not automatically... Are you guys hadith deniers? I'm confused.
Hold up.
Now, I only believe in the hadith
Sahih Muslim Bukhari what?
of the first followers. I don't believe hadith of a follower of a follower of a follower.
Okay, first off, you guys don't know how... Do you know what Sahih means?
Yeah, that means authentic.
Right. Do you know what the process to make a hadith Sahih, the chain of narration, and who is required and how many are required? Do you guys know how that works?
Allah.
Yeah, but hey, all I can say is the all sinners. I don't believe in. I believe in the holy book.
Okay,
The Quran.
okay.
It hasn't been
So
altered.
the answer... Okay,
All right.
okay, real
Sahih
quick.
Bukhari.
No,
Muslim what?
You guys have to let me
No.
finish. Okay, so a couple things.
Dude, I want to read it.
Oh my god. What, do you think I lied to you when I read it? Sahih
No, no,
Muslim...
No, I don't believe you reading it. I don't believe it.
He's reading it. He's reading it.
That's insane.
All right, what
Okay.
is it?
You think I made it up as I was reading? Okay, Sahih Muslim 2135. I promise you it's going to say exactly what I said because I'm not lying. What would that benefit me for? Anyways, to the other guy, the answer as a Sunni Muslim should be, unless you're a hadith denier, but whatever, you could be that. Unless you're that, the answer should be as long as it doesn't contradict the Quran. You're right. The Quran is the highest. That is correct. If there's something in the Quran, a hadith cannot override that. But this doesn't contradict anything. Right, this doesn't contradict anything in the Quran, though. So therefore, Sahih Muslim is perfectly fine. I'm going to find the other one now. The other one that says that we will burn in... that Muslims will trade places. Here it is. Sahih Muslim 2767A. Are you guys listening?
Yes.
Sahih Muslim
2767A. All right. Abu Musa reported that Allah's messenger said, when it will be the day of resurrection, Allah would deliver to every Muslim, not some, every Muslim, a Jew or a Christian, and say, that is your rescue from hellfire. It says it right there.
Now, what is the definition of a
back
Muslim?
with it.
What's the definition of a Muslim?
One who submits to God and also believes that the Prophet Muhammad, children be upon him, is the last prophet.
You said
Sahar said to readjust your video so you're the same size as them on YouTube.
One God and one
cleaner.
creator is technically a Muslim. A Muslim means a person that submits himself to one creator.
Okay.
That's the definition of a Muslim.
Today it's
Okay.
not. Today you also must believe that the Prophet Muhammad is the last prophet.
No.
So let me ask you something. Am I a
He's the
Muslim?
last
Am I a
prophet.
Muslim? Am I a Muslim?
Yes, no, he's saying the same.
Muslim doesn't, because Islam came before Prophet Muhammad.
Okay.
You guys looking at Islam as a religion.
I
Islam is not a
understand. I
religion.
said today. So let me ask you, am I a Muslim?
If you believe in one God, yes, you are a Muslim. You surrender your will
Really?
to one
So
creator.
I can say
Yes.
the Prophet Muhammad is fake and you're saying I'm a Muslim.
You cannot say Prophet Muhammad is fake because
I just fucking did. I just did. I'll tell you how. I'll tell you how. Watch this. The Prophet Muhammad is fake. See, I just did it again. Isn't that crazy?
Yes,
It's like
okay,
I could do that.
That's your opinion.
no. I got something to say to you. I swear to God, bro. Look,
believe that. But he believes that.
Oh, he's getting tough.
So Prophet Muhammad is nothing compared to
clout.
Allah. He's just a messenger.
Of course.
Okay? So if he believes in the creator himself already,
Nah, but
you don't matter who can spread the message to you.
Can
Because
that guy,
already
the
believe-
guy speaking in the background, can you tell me how many pillars are in Islam?
5.
Okay, if I don't follow those 5, what are the 5 pillars?
Okay, believe in God. Okay? Believe in the angels.
no.
Believe in heaven.
La. That's the canon man.
La la la.
You talking about Shahada,
Shahada,
Zakat,
that's one. Zakat.
Siyam,
Oh, he's talking
Salah.
about Islam.
and كان Islam خمسة and
Yeah.
Hajj al-Bayt.
Hajj, the Hajj.
Yeah.
If you
Okay.
can afford it.
Well,
If you could afford it.
you should try to do it at least once in your lifetime, but that's true. So my
You can
point,
afford it.
right? And so I don't do any of those. I did not do the Shahada. I
So you don't believe
do
in
not
God?
do Zakat. That's not one of the 5 pillars. You just don't understand.
Shahada is la ilaha illallah.
No, it's like, bro, the way I was breaking it down early, he tried to make a point out of it, like we're the bad guys. He said, oh, he's right. Like I said, bro, if you never practiced Islam before, you never came across it, because there's people that never came across it and they die, that's different for them. But
Not
if you
true.
practice, I mean, not practice that, but if you read Islam and you see the Quran, you deny it, that means you're a kafir right there.
Nope. I'll see you right here. Here it is.
Bro.
Surah 2. Nope. I'm going to read it
You
to
breaking
you.
it down like that.
Surah 2.
لو
Surah
واحد
2.
لو واحد ما درى على الإسلام
دينكم ولي دين. You
okay
can't be, man.
واللي ما عرف على الإسلام is different from the person
Wrong. It says in Surah 2 that
is a
unbelievers will have a
kafir that
terrible
denies
punishment.
Islam. This is what kafir means. That denies Islam. هذا kafir.
No, a
I'm telling
kafir
you.
is a person that don't believe
Look at the trend you started.
in one God. Kafir is that believes in a person that believes in. If you don't believe in one creator, yeah. If you don't believe in one creator,
Trying to follow.
you know what I'm saying? Then you're a kafir. If he believes in, if the Christians believe in Jesus, they're not kafir. You know what I'm saying? They believe because some Christians believe Jesus is a prophet. Some people believe Jesus is God. Some people believe Jesus didn't exist. You know what I'm saying? So
Right there, my nigga. That's right there what kafir means. That's all. He's a straight kafir because he denies Islam and the meaning of
but
Allah.
he believes in Allah. How's he kafir?
No. Look,
He believes in God. He believes he believes in Abrahamic.
all right, exactly.
We all believe in the Abrahamic Allah. So there's no difference between me and you. That's what I'm trying to explain.
So
to
you guys are
Because
all,
Ibrahim-
just FYI, you guys are all wrong, okay? Your friend right here that I'm looking at is the most right, but even he's kind of wrong. I am a kafir. He's correct. A kafir is
You are a
somebody.
kafir, yeah.
That's correct. A kafir
Well,
is
you're not gonna lie
somebody.
by straight fuck. I
A
didn't get kafir,
kafir,
dog.
a kafir is someone who does not believe in Allah as the one true God and does not
Okay, that's
believe.
what I just
Just wait.
Keep going, keep going.
Right, and rejects the prophethood of Muhammad and rejects Islam.
Thank you.
I am a kafir, and so is someone who, by the way, but this is where you're wrong. A kafir is even someone who's never came across Islam, but he still rejects it because he's not Muslim. That is a kafir. Yes, it is. Yes,
All right, like
it
when
is.
the Quran
It says
in
it
chapter
in
9, when the
Surah
Quran
2.
speaks about them going against the rebellions, the people, well, what do they call them in the Quran when they say the infidels? Who do you claim as infidel? You claim as the Christians. We look at it's the Arabs. It was actually talking about the Arabs. It was part of a lot of
Sometimes,
Yemenis.
That's true.
There was a lot of Yemenis. They didn't believe in the Prophet Muhammad, so they went and tried to stomp out the Kaaba and everything. They tried to do a lot of things. And subhanAllah, the miracles proved it for itself, bro.
Bani Quraysh, she's right. You're right.
And
Bani Quraysh, they were in Yemen. The king in Yemen, they wanted to go destroy.
And I'm being real with you. You are a kafir. You know that for a fact too.
I am.
You know?
Proud, happy
It's
kafir.
like if you never came across Islam, like I said, but if you never came across Islam, because you guys, when you guys take everything out of context, it's crazy right there. And the chapter 9, it don't say Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim because that's the most violent chapter.
Okay.
And they talk about the infidels, behead them. It says all that.
Okay, so you're wrong, and I'll tell you why. So the concept you're talking about in Arabic is called al-fatra. Okay, al-fatra. Sorry, I don't get the accent perfectly.
With the Romans too.
Right. The al-fatra it refers to the people who lived without receiving the message. So that's what you're talking about. Even they would still be punished in Islam.
Okay,
That's it.
What's the fastest growing religion? Islam. That's the
Bro, no matter what, bro, they try to deny, bro. They see what's going on. Alhamdulillah. Hey, if the ladies are so pressed about becoming a Muslim, why are so many Christians and Jews and non-atheists coming into Islam and covering themselves up? Tell me, you gotta make it make sense.
I'll tell you.
If you're
I'll
saying
tell you.
women rights are getting took, why they firstly letting it get took by
Yeah,
Islam?
I'll tell you.
Why
I'll tell you why. So this is anecdotal information. Actually, Islam is not the fastest growing religion like people say. The reason people say that is because of birth rate. If you actually take away birth rate, not take it away completely, but make it the same average as everyone else, Islam is actually not the fastest growing religion.
You can't do that.
It is.
If I take it, how do you want me? No. How do you want me to? How do you want me to say this? Let me ask ChatGPT.
I don't use
How do you want me to say
AI.
this?
I actually look at real sources, but you can maybe ask AI and say if the birth rate of the Muslim world was the same as just the average, I don't know, Christian European or whatever.
We're still the number one, bro.
Hold up.
You're not. Christianity would be number
Yes,
one.
we are.
But,
All right, say it right now. I'm about to put you next to the TV. You can use the microphone. Say
look,
it.
I'll just use my ChatGPT. It's fine.
All right, that's better. Thank you.
We're
If
dyslexic.
I'm ALB.
you were to have the Muslim world's birth rate be the same as the average birth rate in Europe, would Islam still be the fastest growing religion, not accounting for birth rate? Let's see what it says. It says right here, and I promise you I'm reading it, right? I wrote, if you were to have the Muslim world's birth rate be the same as the average birth rate in Europe, would Islam still be the fastest growing religion? Short answer, probably not. If the Muslim world had the same birth rate as Europe, Islam would likely stop being the fastest growing religion because most of its
Europe.
right. That's what I said. That's what I said originally when you said I was wrong. I said like
Why Europe?
Why Europe?
because Europe is the average
We're
because
talking
that's
about
where.
the lit world.
Okay, what would you like me to compare it to, and I'll re-ask.
The world,
What's the fastest religions in the world?
not Europe.
Versus Christian.
Yeah,
Well, no,
Europe.
I picked Europe because Europe is generally on par with the.
No,
world's
we want the
average.
world.
We want
The
the world.
whole of humanity, brother.
Yeah.
What is the
No,
average
I'll wait.
birth rate for the whole world?
Birth weight.
2.3
David.
children per women. Okay.
Oh no.
This
Oh,
one
he's
says
asking
2.1
questions.
children.
No. The same question. The same question, brother. You ask. Do the same thing like that.
Okay, I'm trying to. Okay.
What's the fastest growing religion? Just search that.
Right. The reason I picked Europe was because I was just picking where Christianity spread. I was trying to compare it to Christianity, right? Because if you pick the world, it's not particularly fair because you're being boosted up by the Arab and African countries, especially the Islamic.
But hold on,
countries.
no. We got Christians all in Iraq. We got Christians all in Lebanon. Yeah,
not very much. Okay, so not very much. And if you look in Lebanon, where it used to be a Christian country just 20 plus years ago, it is now no longer a Christian country. And if you look at the
People
Christian,
open their eyes.
no, it's actually not true. Hundreds of thousands of them were persecuted and pushed out. I don't know how you don't know this. The Maronite Christians, you should learn by Muslims. Literally, the Coptic Christians.
And how many Muslims were persecuted?
I have to be able to answer a couple things. So a couple. Okay, so just look into the history on your own time about the Maronite Christians and the Coptic Christians in Egypt, and you can also look at the Christians in Bethlehem who have been persecuted and pushed out by the Muslims. But that's not the topic right now. So let me answer. Okay. So when you look at the Christian, when you look at the
what's
Arab,
the fastest growing religion?
Oh my God.
Can I read this for you?
No.
That's the one you didn't want to answer.
I'm trying to answer, but you guys just don't let me speak.
No. This one's different. Try to take out a context in the subject, dude.
So it's not the context. So what you guys are doing is you're including the Arab Muslim world and the North African. Oh my God, it's impossible to talk with these
There's
people.
more Christians than
Can
Muslims
I
in the world.
finish? I'm trying to explain it to you. So if you look at the Christian population, even in places like Iran and places like Lebanon, and you compare that to the Muslim population or birth rate in the same exact places, the Muslim birth rate is generally 2 to sometimes 3 times higher than the Christian population. So when you guys say, oh, I'm talking about the whole world, the real question should be the average rate excluding the Muslim world. You're taking the average, which is being boosted up by African countries that are Islamic and the Arab Muslim world. It's not a good question. My question takes out the birth rate of the Muslim world. So I'm going to finish my answer. I don't really give a shit if you guys accept it or not. So short answer, probably not. If the Muslim world had the same birth rate as Europe, Islam would likely stop being the fastest growing religion because most of its growth today comes from higher fertility, not conversions. Key factor, births. Major demographic study by Pew Research Center shows that the majority of Islamic population growth comes from births. This is according to Pew Research Center. 75
they have the most leaving too.
approximate breakdown from their global. So now you guys want global, right? Not Europe. Here's the global religion projections. 75 to 80% of Islam's growth is due to birth rate alone. 75 to 80%. Conversions equal a small net gain or roughly neutral. Muslims have the highest average fertility rate of any major religious groups in the world. By the way, Islam also has the fastest amount of people leaving Islam. And if your birth rate was the average, you guys would actually decrease in numbers because there are more people leaving Islam than are converting into Islam. The only reason Islam goes up...
How about the prison system? How about the prison system? Why do they all convert?
Look it up.
Mainly Islam. Straight up.
How many people per year leave Islam versus convert into Islam? It's loading.
I want to see it. Don't edit it.
Not.
Also, not to mention those who don't actually practice and they just say they are by name.
I see your fingers moving.
Yeah, because it gave that whole, like, which response will you like, so I had to do.
You got to do with AI.
He's talking shit.
Did you just say Jewish AI? You know what? Actually, funny enough, ChatGPT. No, it's funny. No, it is. It's funny because ChatGPT actually was created by a Jewish man. You know why? Because Jewish people are smart and they create things. Name the last thing that Muslims created.
They created America.
They are in their evil.
Can you tell me? Can you just? Real quick question. Can you tell me the last major invention that Muslims created?
Hold on. No.
Oh, here comes the crash out.
Abu Haytham, father of optics. You hear me? Without him, we wouldn't have these right here.
So is what you're saying real quick? So is your answer? So real quick, is your answer the last thing Muslims created was something from the last fucking millennia? Is that what you're saying?
No.
You still use it every day.
All right.
I asked what they created.
Where algorithm come from?
Wow. Okay, I'm sorry.
Where did it come from? Hold up, guys. This is my subject right here. Yeah. Where did algorithm come from?
Okay, so what you actually mean to say is algebra. It wasn't algorithm. It was algebra, and it was from a Persian. Just so you know. I love how this guy said this is my subject, and he said algorithm instead of algebra. So
algorithm, yes, algorithm,
okay.
yeah, not
Okay.
algebra, algorithm. That's what I said.
algebra.
No,
It was
algebra and algorithm. I'll show you. It's two of them came from Islam. Both sides. Without those, we would have no clocks, we would have no watches, we would have the phones, we would have this right now.
No toothbrush.
And that's a fun fact.
Your breath would have stinked. I bet it still does. But...
Okay, so real quick, can I answer the toothbrush thing? So toothbrush was actually created way before Islam ever existed. It was actually created in Egypt, ancient Egypt.
I ain't talking about toothbrushes.
Can I fucking
I ain't talking
answer?
about it.
I'm answering like 3 of you guys right
What?
now, and you're just like crashing out. It's like insane how
What,
barbaric you
brother?
guys
You're
are.
wrong.
It's the 21st century, and you guys are still acting like it's the 7th century with your attitudes. Anyways, so just so you know, the toothbrush was created way before Islam was ever even a thought, way before Muhammad was ever even in his dad's ballsack, okay? It actually comes from Egypt. They used baking soda, and they used...
Hey, respect yourself, you slut. Real talk, respect yourself.
Huh?
But we can't cuss out. We can't talk crazy like that about Jesus. No, because we all love the
I
law.
don't care
But have some
the
respect
words-
for people's religion belief, bro.
I
We're not
don't
here talking about
res-
Abraham or nothing.
I
Come
don't
on, man.
need to. I do not need to respect your religion
You a
at
weirdo.
all. I don't need to respect your religion at all. Your
Yeah, but he wants
worships-
somebody to crash out on this bitch.
You're the one
And
that's
he's talking.
shouting.
Then he points while y'all crashing out.
I simply give back the. I simply give back the energy you guys give to me. When you start crashing out on me, I will fuck your whole entire religion up. Your pedophile prophet, his little fucking
Eat
touching
my
of little.
dick with your mother's mouth. How about that? Eat my dick.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Uh-huh.
For real, like fuck him.
You got the wrong. Why you got the
He's wrong as hell, man.
Man.
I swear to God.
He has his own fucking mind. This is the thing. You got him.
Yeah, I told this guy to suck my dick. Yeah, give me
Bro.
daps.
No,
I'm
wait,
gay.
no, get it
Fuck
right with
yeah,
your
I'm
mom.
gay. Yeah,
Yeah,
give me
with your
daps.
mother's lips. How about that? No, real talk. Like, bro, we're grown adults. Let's have some grown.
Oh, now you
conversation.
want to. So when you
You acting
crash
like a
out and
bitch.
interrupt and yell at me, that's
No.
okay. The
Every
second
time you
I,
mention the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him,
Yeah,
there was always
mhm.
negative things coming out your mouth.
Uh-huh.
Put my
Yeah.
dick in there. Stop talking like
Yeah,
that.
uh-huh. I'm sorry, I don't. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
Seriously,
Yes,
fuck
I
him.
guess I
He's
just
getting
don't
paid
like
by
your
the
prophet.
Yehud. Fuck you.
Uh-huh.
Fuck the Jews and fuck Baal, bitch. How about that,
Yeah,
nigga?
sorry, I
Fuck
just,
off. Fuck you
just
and them
don't really.
niggas.
I don't really like pedophiles. My bad.
Hey,
That's crazy.
and to them Kurds too. Fuck them niggas too. Just because they sided with the Yehud. Somaliland, eat my dick too, bitch. Oh God. This is crazy. Man,
So
as a
this
matter
is
of
the
fact,
whole
bro.
world right now. He hates the whole
Bro,
world right
hold
now,
up.
essentially.
Gosh, that's
Battle-
crazy.
Battle
Bro,
on TikTok.
You got
And-
TikTok or Instagram?
Oh, we're live right now. There's 3,100 people watching you. This is great.
Oh, for real? You like what's your TikTok?
Well, on TikTok we have 567. On YouTube
What is-
we have. Hold on, I'm on X right now.
He's talking reckless, man. I'm telling you.
I'm funny.
Oh, shit. Why you gotta do us like that, man?
So listen, what's your TikTok?
On X we have 2,400 viewers right now.
2400. All right, that's nice.
On
Let me
X.
see.
On YouTube we have probably 100 to 200. It's not much. And then on
What's your
TikTok we have
TikTok?
about 600.
What's your TikTok?
Nick.
Nick
looks
Mattel
like a-
live.
Nick, you called me. He said Nick.
I know. I already did my background on him. The Jews paid him $7,000. They
They
deposited this.
He's trolling. He's trolling. Oh, wait,
No,
Nick, what?
No, he's right. I just debated Sneeko and destroyed him, and now I'm going viral on X for destroying Sneeko.
Bro, Sneeko.
Okay,
bro, you talk to somebody that just got into the religion years ago. Talk to somebody that's well
We didn't
educated, a
talk about
scholar,
the
or something.
religion. Habibi, we
You're
didn't
just
talk.
talking to a bunch of hood boys
Habibi,
right
we
here.
didn't talk about the religion. We talked about Israel, Palestine, and Epstein. We didn't. I mean, we brought up the religion very little. So you're right. He
I
didn't
ain't
know
gonna
shit.
say,
But
Yeah,
You
you
support
Epstein. You agree with the Epstein files?
no, I don't
Kids?
agree with any pedophile, including
Okay,
your
well,
prophet.
hey, who's on there? Jewish and Christians only.
Well,
and they're
no,
molesting
actu-
kids.
What are you talking about?
You got some
Arab
Muslims in there too. I ain't gonna lie.
Muslims.
You got some
No,
haters
you're
in
not
there.
Muslim. Bitch
Okay,
said
can I
mine
can
is
I
Jewish.
answer you guys? I'm confused. He asked a question.
What's up? What's up?
Muslims are all over. In fact, in an Epstein email, he specifically said how he loved Islam in respect to the Prophet Muhammad. That's Epstein that said that. And he got 3 cloth pieces from the Kaaba. How do you guys not know
And you
this?
said Muhammad didn't
Yeah,
exist.
you take out ball.
And he
What
said
does
Muhammad
that have to
didn't
do?
exist.
I'm just telling you, your boy Epstein, he admired, he said, and I quote, I
That's your
admired.
boy.
Great.
He's not our
He
best.
said,
You're not
well,
our
let me.
best, your
Okay,
boy.
great. I'd love to answer you, but you have to let me finish.
You
He
wish you were
said
in the island?
he won't. They don't like it. They don't like it because they know.
Oh,
they're
let him
getting
talk.
debunked.
Let him talk. I like this guy. I like this guy.
So
My
if
dick.
you, they always like me. Arab
Go ahead,
Muslims
go ahead,
always
go
end
ahead,
up liking
go
me.
ahead.
It's funny. Anyways, if you go look at the Epstein files, he specifically said, "I admired the Prophet Muhammad." He specifically said that to a guy in the UAE, and he said that obviously because they both liked little girls. Let's
No,
be
he
real.
obviously said that so he can get the funds out them niggas. I'm telling you what's going on, baby. Come to Dubai.
I'm sure it's not because they both had the same exact
Hey,
thoughts.
tell him, okay, hey, fuck all that. What does he think about our president? Our president is a fucking pedophile. What do you think about that?
So,
How about when he dumped
yeah,
that
sure,
girl
no
in,
problem. Can
Lake
you explain
Michigan?
to me why you think he's a pedophile?
Because he's all over the Epstein's file.
Right. Have you read any of it? Be honest.
No, I haven't.
I heard he dumped that little girl in the lake.
No. So this is what happened. I'll tell you.
I heard that's true.
Yeah,
And
I'll
he
tell
tried
you.
to
I'll
hide
tell
the
you.
stories.
Okay, I'll tell you. So this girl did come out and make an accusation, but the Epstein files actually
Yes.
debunked it. The Epstein files came out and they actually had the FBI investigation on that exact story, and it turns out she actually admitted to making that up. And there was another story of a different girl who actually turned out that she never actually even met Trump. And then there was a third story of another girl who thought she did, but it was actually a different person. And had something to do with Alan Dershowitz as well. Now, on top of that, the Epstein files actually just proved that a long time ago, even before Epstein was ever even caught, President Trump, well, he wasn't president at the time, Donald Trump actually called out Epstein, kicked him out of his social club, and said he was a bad guy. And he actually called out Epstein way before he was ever even caught or jailed or anything. So if you took the time to read, you're right, he is all over the Epstein files. But if you just took the time to read what those files said, you would actually see the opposite. Now, if something were to come out and he was a pedophile, then fuck him too. I don't like pedophiles.
I agree with you. I agree.
Right,
Fuck all
including
that.
Muhammad.
No, he was.
No, hold on. Look.
It's okay. It's
Look.
okay. Let him-
Just 200 years ago, he wanted to
No,
be
you
child.
can't say this.
Because he takes things out of context. 200 years ago in the state of Delaware, bro, the cassette age limit was 7 years old.
You know what? That's
And
actually a
this
really
is a
good
Christian
point.
country. We're talking about 20
That's
years
a good
ago.
point. Can
And
I
now
answer
you're
that?
bringing up 1400 years ago?
Right.
I'll
That's
show
a
you
good point.
proof.
Can I answer that?
What?
Okay, so that's actually a really good point. So can you answer me? Is anyone from the state of Delaware 200 years ago considered a prophet today?
No.
Okay, so
the
why
word
do I care?
pedophile, look, the word pedophile came at that time. So
Okay,
you guys
so-
are bringing up 1400 years ago. The word pedophile wasn't even like mentioned.
Okay, first
or
off,
nothing.
it absolutely
They called
was.
Prophet Muhammad
it
a
absolutely-
joke. They called him a false prophet. They called him a bullshit. They called him everything in the books, but they did not call him a pedophile.
Okay, can I answer that? None of
No,
these
no.
people.
Shut the fuck up now. Eat my dick this time. Like, bro, you just want to make things like, bro, be honest with yourself, bro. They called him everything but
Okay,
a
so
pedophile.
can I
But
answer
now, at this modern time, you want to call it.
Okay, great. I'm going to answer that now, okay? So the answer to that is you're correct, but none of those people were all 600 AD people. According to you, the Prophet Muhammad is a prophet. He's the last prophet of God, and he's the most perfect man to ever exist, not of the 600s, but of all time, including today. So you are correct. There are people who did this 200 years ago in the United States. I'm almost done. There are people who did this 200 years ago in the United States of America, and guess what? They are also disgusting. But if you're going to ask me why do I harp on Muhammad and not some random guy from Delaware 200 years ago, because he is not the most perfect man to ever exist. I am not harping on Muhammad because he did.
Google
Hold on,
says it
almost
for
done. One more
itself.
sentence. One more sentence. I am not harping on Muhammad because of what he did in the 600s. A lot of people probably did that. I'm harping on him because you worship him today. 2 billion people in the
We don't
world.
worship him. We don't worship
Fine.
him.
You don't worship him. 2
We don't
billion.
worship him.
Fine.
Worship Allah.
2 billion people in the world today see him as the most perfect man. That's why
As a
I am
prophet.
criticizing him. It is stupid. It is ridiculous to bring up, well, in Delaware 200 years ago. So what? Those aren't prophets. People are not worshiping or saying this was a prophet.
All right, the same man you talking about a pedophile and such and such.
That's in the same country that you believe in. The same country.
Yes, there's a lot of
America.
disgusting people in this country. What's your fucking
In America.
point? So what? That doesn't mean there were prophets. What is so hard to understand about this? It's a ridiculous point.
All right,
Ask the question. Who killed John F. Kennedy?
Let's call this Delaware
Who
guy
killed John
200
F.
years ago.
Kennedy?
I'm gonna get there. Let's call this Delaware
he's gonna say
guy.
the mafia, the Italian
Wait,
mafia.
one second.
Jews.
That's what
Let's-
he's gonna say.
Jews.
I don't know. That's what he's gonna say though.
Because he was about to give a speech out.
John F. Kennedy.
Yes, sir. Hey,
Because he had a conflict
no, hold on.
with the Prime Minister of
All right, you
Israel.
guys, it's
don't
1 in the
know if
morning.
they
I have to
don't
get this out, and it's 1 in the morning. Come on. So
All right, listen.
200 years ago, let's call this guy from Delaware 200 years ago. Let's just call him Bob. Okay, the second 2 billion people, or even 2 million people, start worshiping Bob, or sorry, not worshiping, calling him a prophet, then I would be more than glad to criticize this Bob guy who did this in Delaware. Until then, shut the fuck up about it. It's a ridiculous point. It's not even a good point.
All right.
No.
No. You just backward as hell. Listen, one simple question: Who assassinated JF Kennedy?
So I actually read the JFK files. Did you?
We're asking. Can you answer that?
CIA was
Who
involved.
killed him? That country.
CIA definitely was involved. There's no doubt about that for sure. But do you know? I know what you're gonna say. You're gonna say Israel. Let's just stop being like beating around the bush. Right.
You should agree with that.
Can
too.
you guys just give me a second? Let me
Yeah,
ask
listen.
you guys. Have you guys read the JFK files? Oh, Jesus Christ, they're so fucking barbaric. Holy shit. Have you guys read the JF? Have you guys read?
Bro, you're so fucking diabolical. Like, what's wrong with you, dude?
Because I'm trying to answer your guys' question that you literally asked me, and then somebody, I don't know who in the background, is just fucking screaming like a hyena. So I'm gonna
Not a hyena,
ask
lion.
one more time. Have you guys read the JFK files?
Yes,
We
I
read
read
that.
it. I read them.
Okay, how many times is Israel even mentioned in the JFK files?
1,000 times.
It's not even close, dude. It's
A
so
1,000
little.
times.
You know who is mentioned?
No.
Shit.
Hey, no. By name, Israel. No, not mentioned at that time. But
Okay,
hey,
Israel,
people-
Jews, whatever.
All right.
It's so little. It's like less than 100 times. It's a tiny, tiny amount. It's barely ever. And by the way, I've looked at all the times it mentions Jews, Jewish.
100 times little?
Oh my god.
So who do
it's
you-
so
who do
fucking,
you
all right,
believe?
I gotta be honest. I'd
Who
love
do
to
you
tell you
believe killed
guys,
them?
but I can't answer you guys. You guys will not let me say more than 5 words because you're barbaric fucking people. It's like
I'm
insane.
asking you. Who,
You
guys
keep
do
asking me
believe killed them?
questions, but you don't see. Somehow you don't let me answer the question.
You're going around the question.
I'm so not. How could I when you
I see what
you
you
let
want.
me say 5 words without saying it?
Go ahead, boss man. Go ahead.
You keep saying go ahead, and then sure
my
enough,
God.
5 words later, all right, I'm going to try again. So, Israel, Jews, Jewish, whatever, is barely mentioned, especially compared to KGB, Russia, etc. Now, that being said, let me ask you something. Why would JFK have been assassinated by Israel? He was by far, especially for the time, one of the most pro-Israel presidents in history. He's the first president in history to do major weapons deals with Israel. He's the first one in history to sell them Hawk missiles. Can you tell me what reason they would have for that? A lot of the times Muslims will say that JFK didn't kiss the wall, which is so stupid because the wall wasn't under control of Israel in 1963, which is when JFK died. They didn't get control of that until the 6-Day War, which was 4 years later. Because Muslims think they have a gotcha by saying he didn't kiss the wall. They're just too dumb to know history. So please tell me, why would they assassinate him? He was
Because-
extremely pro-Israel.
He wasn't. He was against the nukes that Israel had that they stole from Philly. Okay,
Right.
from PA. They stole nukes. He was against it.
Yeah.
The next day, he was about to tell a speech,
He
and they
wasn't.
killed him. Who killed him
So
was
a
his
couple
driver.
Great. I'm going to tell you
What?
right now. So a couple things. One, he was against nuclear proliferation all around the world, including everywhere, including even in the homeland. It wasn't an Israel thing specific.
Israel
Second,
wasn't reporting it. You have to report it. Every country reported it,
so
but
that's
Israel.
not true,
They did not-
actually.
Yes,
so
it is.
so
Yes, it
no.
is.
So what you're talking about
Yes,
is the
it is.
non-proliferation.
Does he back up 9/11 too?
Jesus Christ.
Okay, we'll do cut 9/11.
All right, I'm gonna move on, you guys. I can't. I'm
You can't
trying.
move on. You can't move on.
I
Prove me wrong.
can't.
He had
First
a-
off, I don't need to stay here. You guys aren't fucking anything
Okay,
for
prove
me.
me wrong.
I'm fucking trying, but you won't shut the fuck
Okay,
up.
go ahead. Go ahead.
You know,
Yeah,
this
that's
is.
true, but
I gotta be
fuck,
real with you.
fuck,
This is like the
fuck.
5th time you keep saying go ahead.
opinions to yourself. Yeah,
Alright.
he's fucking talking. He just
No.
he thinks he got the upper hand. You don't got shit. It
Alright.
goes back and forth. It's a debate.
John
It
F.
doesn't
Kennedy
go back and
had
forth.
a
You
problem
just
with the
won't
prime
shut
minister.
Up. You
Was-
will
yeah,
not
that's
shut
why.
up.
Because of the nukes.
Prime Minister was
Yeah.
named David
So
something.
it's David Ben Gurion, and I
Yeah, he
know
had a
more than
problem
you
with
guys. I know way more than you guys, and I'm trying to inform you, and you won't shut the fuck up. It's insane. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is he's by far the most pro-Israel president in that time of history. Okay? It's not even close. All right? So you're saying, oh, well, the nuclear proliferation. First off, the NPT treaty, right? The NPT, the Nuclear Proliferation Treaty, wasn't actually signed by all countries in the world, even to this very day. So that's actually not true what you said. Once again, it's just a lie that you probably read on the internet. That being said, yes, there were things that JFK didn't align with Israel, just like every president before and after him. Except he had way more aligned with Israel than every president before him since probably Truman. I'll give him that, right?
Why do we have to align with Israel? Why? We're fucking Americans, dude.
Oh, that was the last straw. All right. See you guys later. Alhamdulillah,
Listen,
mashallah.
hey,
Tell
I
all
hope
your
you guys stop being. I hope you
Dick.
guys stop being barbaric fucks once in your life, and maybe you'll assimilate
You're
into
stubborn.
America. Maybe you'll assimilate into America better when you guys just learn to have conversation. We don't have to agree or like each other, but you guys cannot stop screaming every fucking second. It's insane. Have a good one, all right? Mashallah. Peace. Bye. All right, you guys. It's 1 in the morning. I can't fucking keep doing this. Jesus Christ. That was almost, like, harsher than talking with Sneeko. And that was an emotional fucking bastard, too. All right, let me catch up with the super chats. I wish I knew where I stopped. All right, I read that one. Read that.
Can we get a W Nick in the chat?
Thanks, Aaron. Oh shit, you're not showing up on YouTube. Let me make that. There's Aaron. Okay. Love you. No, I already read that one. Carboom. Here we go. Thank you, Yab. Sorry if I'm a little late and you're not even in the chat anymore. Thank you for the super chat. I have something better. Ibn al-Ilf Sharmuta. Write it down, bro. It's worse than Sharmuta. Actually, I've heard that before. You can also go with... Oh, I haven't heard this one before. Zib Jahsh. I don't know if I said that right. Sorry. And also Yenal Abuk Ars. Again, don't know if I'm saying that right, but all right. Mossad pays me $20,000 per super chat. Thanks, Israel. Thanks for the super chat. Piers Taylor. Mayan. Oh, Mayan, thank you for the sub gift. I don't know actually what that's called. Sub membership. And the last super chat, Bronca22. Can't believe they kissed their sister on their lips with this language. I'm with you on that one. So this is the super chat things that Candace Owens is making tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands of dollars on, just talking shit about Erica Kirk and her grandmother and casinos, or not casinos, slot machines, and something about Charlie being killed by French beekeeping, Mormon, Israeli, Mossad, CIA, maroon shirt wearing, secret tunnel, Chabad assassins. All right, you guys. Thank you so much. It's Laila Tov. I'm Mr. Chai, and God bless the United States of America, the greatest country on God's green earth. Good night.
Love you all.